Let's get it. Whoa, clear out the room, I'm coming through. They wanna see what I'm about. Yeah, I got skills, do it for the thrill. I'm on a paper route. Extra, read about it. I'm today's trying to top it.
What's going on? It's your boy Dolo J, and welcome back to the Kicking It Dolo podcast, a sports podcast where we talk about football and basketball, past, present, and future, top 5, top 10, stats, and more. So without further ado, let's get into the episode. First things first, I just want to say I really appreciate y'all for showing me a lot of love on the last episode. Episode 30 is the best episode that I have put out so far. So I just want to take the time to congratulate y'all. Y'all met the like goal. You know, it was a measly 5 likes, but you know, before that I was getting like 1, maybe 2 likes on the video. So yeah, I just want to take the time to say I appreciate y'all. Now we're gonna do it again. I need 5 more likes on this video. 5 more likes on this video. Give me a couple comments too, man. But I really just want to say I appreciate y'all. Y'all been really interactive, more comments. Y'all been tuning in to the shorts and stuff like that. So we gonna keep this ball rolling, man, and keep doing what we've been doing and what we gonna keep doing. You feel me? But yeah, let's start off with the Nuggets and the Lakers. Of course, the Nuggets sweep the Lakers. End up winning the game 113-111. Making history, reaching the NBA Finals for the first time in franchise history. Bron had 40 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. AD
what's the point? What's the point in living? There's nothing to look forward to. Just a life of...
AD had 21 points, 14 rebounds. Austin Reeves had 2 rebounds and 3 assists. Now, Jokic did his thing in the second half, basically going off. Didn't have the best first half, but in the second half, he really turned on and started doing his thing. Ended up with 30 points, 14 rebounds, 13 assists. Murray had 25, Gordon had 22, MJP had 15, and KCP, chipped in 13 points. And it was just like a real collective team effort. The Lakers were up at the beginning of the game, and you at the beginning, like the first half, especially going into halftime, you got the sense and feel that the Lakers were playing with a certain type of urgency. Now, LeBron James, he had, I want to say he had 31 going into halftime. He had like 20-something in the first quarter, like 19, 20-something in the first quarter, and LeBron was just getting downhill. He got one of them accidental 3 balls to go in where he was trying to lob the ball to Rui Hachimura, and they ended up going in, and then he just started, he started feeling the shot from there. But the Nuggets, they stayed true. They stayed to what they know. They kept playing team basketball. They kept sharing. And even though the first half wasn't really that good for them, and it was very, very abysmal for them, they still, hung on. And in the second half, Jokic really just he just showed why he's one of the best players in the league, man. One of the best players in the league. Now, a couple questions that the Lakers may have. One in particular, a big one, is do they bring D'Lo back? Do you bring D'Lo back? Given the fact of he didn't bring the type of defensive impact that you would expect from a player with his size and his wingspan. Granted, he can hit some shots and get hot offensively, but you need somebody with a little bit more defensive, a little bit more defensive oriented in that position. I'm pretty sure they're going to try and re-sign Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura. Rui, this is the first game where he didn't really play that well. I think he went only like 3 for 11. But, yeah, I know they're going to try and retain Rui and Austin Reeves. Do they bring back D'Lo? Do they bring back Beasley? Vanderbilt was a good piece they got into as well. I think in the offseason he needs to, hit the lab, basically getting his offensive bag. Now the defense that he provided during the first 2 rounds was very, very essential into the Lakers really, going as far as they did. The defense that he had on Steph Curry, making it difficult for Steph Curry, to do what he does with his length and stuff like that, with his ability to guard 1 through 4. Occasional 5, but mainly I think Vanderbilt's like a 1 through 4 player, given the fact that he is like 6'9", and good lob threat, roll to the rim, can occasionally hit that corner 3, similar kind of like to Aaron Gordon, but Aaron Gordon has a lot more weight on him. Vanderbilt's a lot more slender, so yeah, he probably could put on a couple pounds and just get in the lab, bro, work on his offense, really, because his defense is there. He has the potential to be one of the best defenders in the league, given the fact of, yeah, he does create silly fouls, and when you do defend, especially as aggressively as he defends, you do have the tendency to pick up some fouls, man. But they made some trades We already know Kyrie's a definite possibility, given the fact of, like I said in the previous episode, the fact that the Mavericks, they were fourth in the West when they traded for him, and they dropped out of playoff contention. I think they dropped all the way down to 11th. So, given the fact of that, do Kyrie really come back? Of course, at the end of the season, him and Luka said they want to keep playing together, but maybe they might need a little bit more time. Now, they did let Christian Wood go, so who is the big man that's going to, get the bulk of the minutes? Is it still going to be Bertans? But it's interesting to see as we go into the offseason and how everything shapes out. LeBron basically said he just needs some time to think about it, which is what you would say after a heartbreaking loss, especially losing in the fashion that you did in the Western Conference Finals. You got swept. Everybody's been swept. All the great players have been swept. But to be swept, bro, when you were this close. And then LeBron was going into the conference finals. I believe he was 11-1. The only time losing was 2009 to the Orlando Magic, back when they were supposed to play the Lakers, and they were doing that big Muppet thing, the Kobe puppet and the LeBron puppet, and they was talking trash to each other. Y'all remember that? But yeah, that's the only other time I remember LeBron really losing in conference finals. But 11-2 is still a good record. Like I said, it was a rematch of the 2020 bubble. The first two games that Denver really played a part into the conditioning and stuff like that. LeBron James is older. He is 38 years of age, and he has been playing basketball for 20 seasons. So I knew the altitude in Denver was gonna. I picked the Lakers to win, but it was more of I thought AD was gonna step up. Reeves was gonna step up. D'Lo was gonna step up. Things like that. But the Nuggets show that they got it, and it's really led by Jokic, being unselfish, getting guys in the right spot. You know what I'm saying? The ball really doesn't stick with them. Like Murray will dribble the ball. He probably dribble the ball the most out of everybody, but even then, he'll still, he'll try and get to the paint, but also he'll dish it off too. It was one game, I believe, in the Phoenix series where he led the team with 8 assists. So I really just like their ball movement. Really, bro. I just really like their ball movement. Now, Michael Porter Jr., in my opinion, one thing I found out yesterday is he did have 2 back surgeries, but I feel like he could be a little bit more aggressive, a little bit settling for the 3. But, getting a little mid-range, getting to the basket. Now, I know he had some back injuries, and I can understand, But I feel like if he could just unlock that part of his game, you know what I'm saying? Michael Porter Jr. could be, Michael Porter Jr. could definitely be, a good offensive player. Similar to Murray, like a taller Murray, basically, per se. But, yeah, man. The Lakers, in my opinion, one thing they do need to do is find either a true center or a backup center, because they had AD playing the center. If they're gonna keep AD and not ship AD off, which I feel like, yeah, that's what they're gonna do. Because who you gonna get back for AD? Who you gonna get back for him? Team's not gonna give up that caliber level player, in a trade like that, unless they're just completely done with him. You know what I'm saying? So, and then they still wouldn't even really equal Anthony Davis, even though he is up and down. When he's on, he's on. So. It's very few players in the league that can kind of match that type of intensity and match that type of production, in my opinion, when AD's playing at the top of his game, man. But they need to find a good backup center. They need to find a reliable power forward. Rui is probably gonna be their reliable power forward. That's what I see, and that's what I think they should do. But they should get some more shooting and some more defenders, bro. Vanderbilt's pretty good. Reeves can hold his own. Bron, like I said, he's getting older. AD has the paint presence. Schroeder does his thing. But if they could just get one more defender who can possibly, hit an open 3 and possibly hit maybe occasionally 16 and 17 foot pull up, kind of similar to what Denver has in KCP. If they can get somebody like a KCP, they'll be pretty good. Now, moving on to the next series. Boston survives, bro.
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me, though.
They survived. They forced a game 5 on Thursday. They ended up winning 116-99. Tatum had 33 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists. Jaylen Brown had 17 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. White poured in 16 points. And also Grant Williams finally showing his head. Last couple games, he poured in 14 points. Al Horford had 12, Marcus Smart had 11, but for the most part, the Celtics were just hitting their threes. I think they had 25 made threes, if I'm not mistaken, this game as opposed to the other games where they were losing in the 3-point battle, making only maybe like 9, 10, 11. So 25 threes definitely can get you a win. Now Butler had 29, 9, and 5. Vincent had 17 and Martin had 16, but Bam only had 10 points. And I don't remember which episode I said this on, but Bam, you definitely cannot have 10 points in an elimination game at home, bro. You got the crowd rocking with you, bro. Come on, man. You got to be more aggressive. Now, he was doing this thing. It was one game, what was it, game 3? Where he just put Brown in the mix. I'm talking about.
Robinson gets it to Adebayo, facing the defense.
Like, he just, and Brown was, you know what I'm saying? Nay, but 10 points, man, 5 rebounds. Come on, bro. No, not an elimination game, bro. Not an elimination game. Now, he was picking up some fouls. He was picking up some offensive fouls. I want to say I know it's 2 for certain. He got 2 offensive fouls in the second half that I can remember. But, Bam, he just wasn't a factor. Now, Jimmy, he wasn't really a factor until like the third quarter, but he started turning it up. Vincent was a big part. Martin was just getting to the rim at will, which was crazy, hitting the open threes. But Vincent, he rolled his ankle. It's gonna be real interesting to see, one, does he play? Which I'm pretty sure he is gonna play. 2, how effective he is, and 3, what type of lift he's gonna get off that ankle, bro. Given the fact that he is a shooter, and you need that ankle to jump up and down, so it's gonna be real. And then he's one of their better defenders too. I want to say he's like their second best perimeter defender. I think it's Jimmy then Vince. Now I would say Oladipo, but we already know Oladipo injured his knee. So, but Bam, bro, you got to be better, bro. You got to be better. Tatum had like, what was it? Once he had like at least 23. He had 20 plus points in the second half for sure. 20 plus points in the second half, and that's what you want from one of your best players when he's down. It was one thing when he first got back in, I want to say it was the fourth quarter, and you need a player to, in that 2-3, Tatum is the perfect player because he can hit that 17 to 15 foot pull up, and he can also dish it out to the corner. So, getting your best player in the middle of that, and he can also drive to the rim was very perfect, and that's when they started beating the Miami zone, the 2-3 zone that they were coming out in. So, it's going to be real interesting to see Game 5 back in Boston. Jaylen Brown only had 17, like I said. Now, his arm, like I said, in episode 31, he injured his arm, so we're going to have to see what type of factor that plays. And I think it was messing with him because I think he missed a couple of free throws towards the end of the game in the fourth quarter, a couple of free throws that he normally hits. And it's kind of, I think it's affecting his shooting motion too, trying to come up and down. But he got a left-hand layup, when they went on that big run when Tatum came back in the game. But I don't know. Jaylen Brown, he might need to put some ice on that, my guy, and rest it. But he going to have to come out and be a dog. And another thing that the Celtics got, Al Horford and Marcus Smart hitting timely shots off Tatum assists. Penetration. That's what it is. Keeping the ball on the perimeter, jacking up shots. It's cool if a guy's wide open, but at the same time, like Joe Mazzulla, like their coach wants them to do, to get into the paint, drive and kick to collapse the defense, to make it an easier shot. A guy going side to side can contest better than a guy that has to come down from the paint and go out to the corner or to the wing or to the top of the key or something like that. So, even though these are great athletes, great athletes, but at the same time, bro, they did a lot of that this game. So, it's going to be real interesting to see if they can continue this. Jimmy Butler probably isn't really worried. He probably the type of player where, you know what, I want to get this done on your home court anyway, so why not just extend it another game? Why not? But I don't know what I was just looking at. But yeah, man. Can the Celtics come back from 3-0? Can they come back from 3-0? But yeah, man. That's crazy. So I want to take this portion of the episode to talk about something that I don't normally talk about and go over something, just a little chat conversation. I just want y'all, and I don't know why I'm saying this, but I just want y'all to know, man, whatever in life you feel like doing, bro, As long as you ain't trying to harm nobody or take nothing from nobody, bro. Do it. Do it, bro. Don't be scared. I'm doing this podcast. I mean, I only get like, maybe 10, 15 views. But at the same time, it's something I enjoy doing, bro. Do what you want to do, bro. That's what this part of the episode is going to be about. Do what you want to do. What do you want to do? Firefighter? You want to be a doctor? Like what? What do you want to do? Like video game tester, photographer, editor, producer, rapper. Just do whatever you want to do, bro. Now I remember when I was younger, it was a point in time in my life, bro. I wanted to be an astronaut, and I don't know why I wanted to be an astronaut because I didn't really think about the type of stuff that went into being an astronaut. I was like 7, so. But like I always liked space. Like I like to learn about space. I don't know why. I guess that makes me like a weirdo or something like that, or a nerd or something. You call me whatever you want to call me, but I just like learning about space, bro. So y'all comment down below. What's one weird thing you want to learn about that you never really want to tell nobody? And also comment down below, man, what y'all wanted to be when you grew up, as far as back as you can remember, bro. That's something different for this episode. And there's one more thing I want to talk about, bro. What else can we talk about? Oh, bump it. What's y'all favorite rapper, man? Y'all favorite artist or rapper or whatever? Y'all let me know. Mine is Money Man. Money Man is my favorite artist, bro. I got probably every Money Man song that came out. That and one of my homeboys that be rapping too. A couple of my homeboys that be rapping. They're my favorite 2 artists. But yeah, man, y'all make sure y'all go support y'all people too, man. If your people doing something, support them. Don't just say, hey, you want to do this? All right, fine, man. Share their stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't like the content, share your people stuff. Put your people out there. Even if you got a friend that might sell drinks. Even if you have a friend that, you know what I'm saying, that, does logos and designs real well, or you might have a friend that, I don't know, makes cupcakes or something. I don't know, bro. Just whatever your people do, friends, family, people who treat you well genuinely, support them, bro. Because that's somebody trying to do this and, don't usually get the support that I expect the support from. It hurts sometimes, but at the same time, there are strangers who do support me, and there's people who've been around me that also support me, bro. So, yeah, man, y'all make sure y'all support y'all people, bro. Make sure y'all, like I said, share their stuff. Go and if they make food or something like that, go purchase a little something. Even if you just go purchase a little 6-piece wing or a hot dog or something, bro. Support your people, bro. Because when we support each other, everybody wins. The thing is, people don't like supporting each other because it might not be something they mess with. But you don't got to mess with something to spread the word, though. You feel me? Because you don't know. You could be the difference between your friend, being just some local person that having like a chain. So, like I said, that's what we're going to end the episode off on today, man. Share your people's stuff. Support your people that support you, especially if they look out for you. Support the people that support you. But this has been episode 31 of the Kicking It Dolo podcast. Like I said, I appreciate all the love and interaction that I've been getting on the previous episode. Let's try, make this episode better than the last episode. The goal is 5 likes. Again, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And tell a friend about me. That is your homework for today. That is your thing to do today. Your act of kindness. Share the episode. Tell somebody who likes sports about the episode. But until next time, man. Peace.
So, let's get it. Whoa, clear out the room, I'm coming through. They wanna see what I'm about. Yeah, I got skills, do it for the thrill. I'm on a paper route. Extra, read about it. I'm today's trying to top it.